Now let's have a look at group accounting then. Now the group accounting questions, there will, as always, be some numerical parts. But with SBR, you're going to have to do a lot more discussing and explaining of the numbers there in those numerical parts. So, whereas in P2 you get a question like this, prepare the consolidated financial position for Cutchin. What would happen though in SBR is it gets split up. Look, explain to the directors how goodwill would have been calculated. Explain how the gain or loss on sale would have been recorded. So they're splitting it all up, and then they're saying explain and discuss. Let's see it in a bit more detail. Have a look down here. Look, note, marks will be allocated for suitable discussion of the principles as what involved, as well as just doing the numbers. Okay, so let me see if I can explain it, but so look at another question. Here's a P2 question. Prepare a consolidated income statement. You know, the ones that everybody all used to hate. Well, how might that now look in an SBR question? Well, I think it's good news. It breaks it down, look. Explain how we would treat it. Part 2, explain some of the adjustments, like that further addition there. The third one, explain how goodwill will have been measured. So breaking it all down so that an income statement actually becomes a lot like an SFP. You're doing the individual workings, which, to be honest, is the way we've always taught it on accountancy anyway. So that's the good news. If you've been following accountancy on P2, it's exactly the same in SBR. This is what we do. So, think of a goodwill, right? Goodwill starts off with fair value of consideration. In SBR, what you might have to say is, why did I include the contingent consideration? How did I include it? Why did I revalue the previous steps if I was doing a step acquisition? NCI, instead of just including it, you might be asked, why did you use proportionate? Or why did you use fair value? And what's the impact of doing that? And then the fair value of net assets acquired. How did you measure those? What was the subsequent accounting of them all? Okay, so it's a lot more explaining the numbers, a lot less preparing everything. So, a little bit of advice to you when explaining: avoid complex, hard to read, boring, long sentences. Keep everything short, to the point. Please stop rambling and just get to the point. Stop rambling and repeating.